So welcome guys to Resto Designs and to another how-to video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove and refit the rear screen on your Golf Mark II. Now this is my project, this is Project 3B, and this is originally was a 1.3 Golf, which I've turned into a 2-litre 16 valve with loads of other little modifications on it. So it's worth a look on the playlist. Now, the reason why I'm changing the screen is because it's a non-GTI spec, and I have a screen here that has a rear spoiler on it, and I want a rear spoiler. Now, the reason why I'm removing the screen, like I said, is because I want that, is also because the GTI spoiler actually has 3 bolts along here, as you guys can see, and it has 3 coinciding holes in the screen. You can't drill the screen to put those holes in. If you try, it'll crack. So don't be trying to drill holes in your screens. All right, so the first step we're gonna do is gonna be removing as much dirt as we can, get the jet wash out, clean the screen and clean the rubber as good as possible. Right, so next step is going to be removing the wiper, which is lift this cover up. You've got a little 13 there. Some of these will actually be a 10mm depending on what year your car is. And also some of them can be real pain to actually remove. But what I like to do is actually press down on this bit here, and hopefully there is a tool you can get, a puller actually, which will actually remove it, but that was actually not too bad at all. So next thing now is open the boot lid. The next thing to do is you've got these little connectors here, which is for the heated screen. That's one on one side, remove the other one on the other side. So the next step now is to get a trim tool. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find the tool for the job, which is a plastic version of this. So what I've done is I've actually put some insulation tape here to hopefully minimize me scratching the bodywork. But it's also the technique of you actually pull away from the bodywork, you're pushing towards the rubber. Now the reason why I do this is just that, because obviously the screen maybe has been sitting here for 30 odd years. It's just to kind of loosen it up a little bit. So what you do is you wedge it in between the rubber and the bodywork, and you just pull away from the car and slide down and around. And this is also one of the benefits of actually washing the screen as well. You've put water and lubricated it. Okay, so now with 2 hands, you can see I'm applying pressure on it. And actually trying to just free up the rubber from around where it's been sitting. And just work your way all the way around. And like I said, the main reason for this is so that you can basically free off the rubber from about 30 years of being stuck to the car. So now, next thing to do, open the boot lid again. And now I'm going to do the same on the inside part of the rubber. Just work it all the way around, just to free it up. So now comes the quite unsettling part, which is with your trim tool, pull that rubber on the inside up, and actually with your other hand, put pressure on the screen. Not too much, but just pressure on it, and just work away in the corner, and try and get the rubber away from the corner. You can actually tuck it. I'll bring the camera around. Let me just flip the camera around so you can see what I've done. Here you can see it's kind of just come off there. And that's what I've done. I've actually pushed the rubber up in between the car. So it's actually on the other side now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work all the way along here, putting pressure on the screen, pushing the window as well. So you can see I've done kind of a bit there, now I'm working. So you got to basically just work the corner and moving across. Not too much on this side now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to focus now, working on this all the way across. So I'm going to try to show you guys it's actually better with 2 thumbs, literally just So as you guys can see, let me just push it away. You can see, look, daylight. So I've done up to about where the wires are, all the way around. Now, the worst thing you can do is actually try to push this more, you will crack the screen. So now we're gonna work from here down to the bottom corners on both sides. With the same technique with both thumbs. Let me just put the camera down so I can use. So as you can see, I've got down to almost to the corner on this side. And the same again there with the 2-thumb technique of pushing the rubber. And you should be able to actually lift the screen out. So just carefully just try and lift it up. There we go. Screen's out. Not too bad. As you can see, I've actually not scratched it at all. Okay, so next thing now, just going to give this a quick wipe down, a clean around here, and prep it ready for the new screen. Well, the purpose of me doing this video is obviously, like I said at the beginning, I want to replace the screen. Most people would maybe want to remove the screen because they want to paint it or deal with some rust issues that the car has. Luckily, there actually is no rust on that at all. Now I'm just going to remove on the bench here, remove the rubber seal. Giving the seal a good clean. Now that it's off. Okay, so that's as good as it's going to get. So let's put that to one side, and I'll bring over the replacement screen, which as you can see is also a green tint. That's also important actually. There is different tints, there's clear and green. An original spoiler, that definitely needs to clean. Okay, now that the old rubber's off, first things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this screen with a blade and some window cleaner, and then clean it all down. Obviously don't use this on the inside, you will cut the heated elements and it makes it useless at that point. But yeah, now that, because you can see where the mark is between where the rubber sits, and to actually clean around there can actually be really quite hard. Just going to use some Auto Finesse crystal. If there's anything left in here, yeah, there is. Okay, so that's the screen cleaned. Flip this back around. Now let's get the rubber on. Obviously the rubber only goes on one way. It's quite easy. There's like a little groove in here, guys. Literally just slide it in. Start at one corner. And work your way around. And just tap it in with your hand to make sure it's all the way. And as always, the last one's going to be a bit tighter. Don't be scared to stretch it. And that's it. Now the rubber's fitted all the way around. Now we're going to turn the screen back around, and there's going to be a reason for that. All right, guys, so as you saw, we kind of started at the top, removed the top, and we started off there and we ended off at the bottom. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same again. We're actually going to start by actually fitting the bottom first and then ending at the top. So what you need is a rope, something like this, maybe about, I don't know, 5 mil, 6 mil, 7 mil rope, something fairly strong. And then you're actually going to feed it in between this gap here. This is basically where we're going to start, not where we're going to end. So we're going to pull from here all the way around. So as you can see, I've started to feed this through already. around. There you have it. Now a good technique, or what I tend to do is, if you've got some silicone spray, spray some silicone spray here on the rubber, or some spray grease or WD-40. Unfortunately, all I have is spray grease. I'm going to put some here on the cloth and actually then just dab it here on the seal, on the rubber, all the way around, so that it just makes pulling the rope off and getting the window into position a lot easier. Okay, so that's all sprayed up. The ropes actually come out of here again. Let's quickly feed that in. Okay, so now I'm gonna just transfer this over to the car. Make sure the rope's on the inside and kind of get the window more or less where it needs to sit. Get my knee and press down on my knee and press, so supporting it with my leg. And now I'm going to pull, put pressure on the window. What you do is you pull this way, not down straight away, you pull that way, because what you want to do is you want to pull the rubber up over. As you can see, look, it went down straight away. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on pushing it. As you can see, look, as I push and press, it's actually pulling it in. So I'm just going to continue. So I'm going to stop when I get round to this corner. The corner is always the hardest bit, so take your time. Okay, so I'm halfway up the window now. I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to take this side all the way up to the corner, like so. And now this side, I'm going to go up to the corner and around the corner, which can be quite tight now because you are going to be pressing down. There we go. Jump back onto the other side. Always applying pressure. And that's it, we're on the home straight now. And now that you've done that, just gently press all the way around to make sure, because you can feel it actually want to go in a bit more. Hopefully you guys can hear that. It's actually gone in that little bit more, and you can see it's actually really flush. And then double check the inside and make sure the seal's all even and not tucked in anywhere. It does look like it's gone in first time and well. So now all that's left to do is reconnect the heating elements, like so. I've also given the screen, the window a good clean. And now comes for the bit which was the main event really for this. As you can see, I've detailed and put some Auto Finesse Revive on there. And that's it, the spoiler is, so we're almost done now. Takes 3 little screws, actually 8 mils. Obviously don't over tighten these, they're only set into plastic. Now, there is actually little grommets that kind of cover these. I don't have those unfortunately. I'm going to try and see if I can source something. So we're almost there. So yeah, there you go. Spoiler's done, we're almost done. All it needs now is for the wiper to go back on. And there we have it. So there you have it, guys, a quick guide, a quick step-by-step on how to replace or how to refit and remove, or remove and refit. And it's pretty much the same process on the front screen, and also if you have a two-door car on the rear quarters, it's exactly the same process, almost literally. Yeah, it's straightforward really, apart from you might need to remove some trim bits on the inside, and I might actually cover that in a later video. Now guys, check out some merchandise. I've actually opened a little shop here on YouTube with a few bits and pieces. Get yourself a coffee mug or tea mug, whatever you want to call it, a t-shirt or a cap. It would help me out massively, as well as also I've started putting some products actually on eBay for sale. I've got some wiring looms, some bits and bobs that kind of I seem to find quite easily here in Portugal. Electric windows for the Mark II, the electric mirrors for the Mark II, and also the headlight adjusters as well, with the motors and the plug and the fuse box, the wiring loom from the plug to the fuse box. There's gonna be loads of bits and pieces I'm gonna be putting up on there, as well as the pollen filters as well. I'm actually in the process of trying to do a right-hand drive for the UK cars, the pollen filter housing as well, which I think is kind of inversed almost a little bit from the left-hand drive one. So yeah, guys, keep an eye on that on my eBay page. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, ding-a-ling-a-ling, click on that notification bell, and be safe.